Dear viewers, public transport in any city is one of the major modes of transport. It is considered feasible and convenient for both humans and our planet. In a certain way, it makes the lives of people commuting it a little easier. People use public transport for various reasons and in huge numbers. While some cannot afford private vehicles, others simply cannot run them, thanks to the economic menace that has been haunting us for quite some time now. But what happens when what is meant to ease lives itself becomes a major threat to the people? Through this video, we will take you on a tour of the roads of Mangaluru, where the private city buses that ply thousands of commuters every day take the roads more like carefree messengers of death. Don't believe us? Stay with us till the end of this video and decide for yourself. Right here, you can see visuals of reckless, careless and detrimental attitude with which these drivers are plying their buses on the busy junctions of the city. Among the major junctions of the city where you can witness the so-called heroics of these drivers are Jyoti Circle, Nantur Circle, Balmatta Circle, Bendurve Circle, Kankanadi Junction and Mallikatte. While many of these junctions don't station a traffic police officer most times of the day, some of these spots do have officers deployed around them. But for what good? Now let's see some visuals that we recorded in our only a couple hour long tour of the roads in the city to show you instances where a second of negligence or ignorance could have resulted in a mishap. We do believe we could have shot more of such instances on the same evening only with an extending outing, but our point was not only shooting videos but finding solutions. When we tried to speak to daily commuters of these buses, nobody dared to come onto the camera, but most of them pressed their fingers at one point in unison to place their blame: the police department. The people who commute on these adventurous rides every day blamed the mutely spectating cops before blaming the bus drivers themselves. For most of them, the drivers were secondary offenders and the cops on duty who failed to deliver are primary offenders. Several people blamed the cops for tearing the pages of their receipt books left and right on two-wheelers and car drivers with minor traffic violations, while these buses go crowded beyond capacity and speeding beyond the limit right next to them unchecked simultaneously. Now, do we say the traffic police should stop checking and posing fines for minor violations of two-wheelers and cars? Absolutely not. But let's put it this way. Is driving a car with a tinted window shields more dangerous than a bus carrying umpteen people and speeding on busy roads like an empty ramp? Absolutely not again. Is a two-wheeler rider riding with a conditioned two-wheeler with an expired emission test certificate more dangerous to the environment than a bus exhausting black smoke out of its engine non-stop in an attempt to up its speed? Absolutely not again. If you may ask simply, a two-wheeler rider riding with a second pillion or what we call a triple ride can be a violator in the blindfolded eyes of the law, why an overtly crowded bus doesn't fall under the violators category? Or how often do we see the traffic cops stopping, checking and fining these messengers of death as much as we see them doing it to the common citizens? Probably never. So, the anger, blame and anguish the people have pressed against the cops for dereliction of their duty can only be rightly agreed to. We spoke to Mangalore City's DCP Traffic Dinesh Kumar and asked him to comment on the issue, and here is what he said.
We do receive complaints about the reckless driving of the bus drivers. We do take action against them regularly. So, rash and negligent driving, so we book cases under 279 section IPC and also 184 of IME Act also. So, regularly cases are being booked against all the vehicle drivers, including buses, with regard to rash and negligent driving.
We also asked him about the measures the department ensures to make their officers fulfill their duties without fail, and this is what he had to say.
Regularly, officers and men of the traffic department, they are being instructed to be very attentive, and while on duty, apart from the duty part, they are not supposed to do anything, their personal things. So regularly we have been giving instructions with regard to their behavior at the spot where they are performing their duties.
So before we end this video, let's also ponder if only these cops or the bus drivers are to be blamed, or if we the people are also to be blamed equally or partially for this menace that the city has embraced in the sense of urgency to reach our destinations. In most cases, when the traffic clouds the roads of the city, the destination for all of us is home, to our family. So while also speeding home, it is also time we should think if we can afford to reach home little late, or can we afford to reach home with a late stuck before our names. We would also say people who see this menace every day right before their eyes, yet choose to turn the other way instead of bringing it to the notice of authorities, let alone questioning them for their incompetence in carrying out their duties, can be blamed equally. Do we ask ourselves how late will be too late for us to take these issues up with the authorities? When the storm would finally hit our homes? Well, in that case, it will really be too late. We hope the authorities, people and bus drivers would equally wake up to enlightenment someday before it's too very late for either of them, and would act how a responsible cop, citizen and a bus driver should act. Do tell us what you think about the issue, and also let us know in the comment section if you want us to cover a specific issue or matter that concerns the people of this region or Namma Kudla.